everyone, welcome to Campus House. We're talking today about making Caesar dressing. And as you can see, Chef Jeff and I and Nate are practicing social distancing, and we are wearing our masks. But for this demo, I will, so you can hear me a little clearer, I will take it off. I also have my gloves on, and that's all part of mise en place. So I want to make sure that I'm working safe, and I know you want to know that I'm working safe, that we all are working safe, so that when you come to taste our food, that you feel comfortable, and as well as it being delicious. So after getting my sanitation mise en place together, I'm looking at my mental mise en place and my physical mise en place, and that's a fancy French term for everything in its place. So I have my equipment, I have my food processor, I've got my ingredients, and I've got my recipe here, and I've got my ingredients, and I have my tasting spoons, and I've got a spatula, and I have this juicer which we use to squeeze a fresh lemon. Now your juicer might look different than this one. It might look more like, have like more of a cone shape, but this is the one that we use here. So let's get ready. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I processed my garlic, and I chopped the garlic fine so that you don't get big whole cloves of garlic. Now what I wanna show you is what a clove of garlic looks like. So these are cloves, okay? And this is a head of garlic. So if you hear someone say you need a head, this is the head, and the cloves make up the head. So I put this 15 of them into the food processor, and I've already got it processed. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my other ingredients. So basically a Caesar dressing is an emulsion. Emulsion is where you take fat and acid and you emulsify it together so that it binds. Emulsifying is that the protein, they bind together and they are suspended in the oil, and so that it won't break. So what I'm doing right now is I'm adding my anchovies. Anchovies are fish, and you can get anchovies in oil, or you can get them fresh. And the fresh ones, fresh in a can, they are a little more expensive than getting them already in olive oil and with a little extra salt, which acts as a preservative. Putting them in. Okay, my next ingredients are right here. I have 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, actually 4 tablespoons, of Dijon mustard. And I already measured the ingredients out. 4 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. I've got the juice of 5 lemons. So I'm adding all these things first. 4 eggs, whole eggs, and 2 egg yolks. So this is a really nice, rich dressing. Everybody loves Caesar dressing. And Caesar dressing goes well, it goes on romaine lettuce with a little bit with croutons, and it's just a delicious salad. So now I'm going to mix the ingredients together in my food processor. So I have the acid already. The acid for this is the lemon, okay? So I'm whisking it together, and now what I'm going to do as it's whisking, this is where the emulsion starts to happen. I've got my ingredients whisking. Now I'm going to add the olive oil, and I'm adding 2 cups of olive oil. And you can see the difference. This is olive oil, and this is the 90-10 oil. And the 90-10 oil is 90% canola oil and 10% olive oil. And it's a more neutral oil. So I'm slowly going to add the oil while it's whisking, and this is again where the emulsion is going to happen. And as we always say, we use all of our senses for cooking. So I'm going to listen as the oil is being absorbed into the egg and the lemon. So I can also see that it's starting to turn colors, and I'm adding this now slowly. Okay, now there's the olive oil, and I can already hear it, and you can probably hear it too, changing, becoming an emulsion. Now I don't want to add my oil too fast, because what will happen is that if I add it too fast, it will break. And I don't want that to happen, so I hear, and you can hear how it's thickening. The egg yolks are getting thick, and you hear that how it's changing now. Okay, and I can see that now it's absorbing. I'm going to add just a little more, and sometimes just based on the type of fat that's in the egg yolk, maybe it's a smaller yolk, you may not need to add all of your oil. So that's why you add your oil slowly, and then we're going to stop it, and we're going to take a look at it, and we're going to see how nice and thick and creamy it is. You see that? Now that's pretty thick, and I still am going to add my cheese, which will also make it even thicker. So what I may need to do is add a little bit of water, which will help to thin it out, and that's fine too. So what we're going to do is we're going to add our 2 cups of cheese here. Okay, and I'm going to keep it. I'm going to put the processor back on. And now I am going to add a little bit of water just to thin it out. Just a little bit. Oh yeah, there you go. All right, now the great thing about food is we get to taste it. So now I'm going to turn it off. And I'm going to take a tasting spoon, keep my area clean, clean as you go. I'm going to take a tasting spoon, and I'm just going to taste it because, maybe I need to adjust the seasoning. Maybe I need to add a little more salt or pepper. Tastes good. I'm going to puree just a little bit more. And there we go. Tastes delicious. So there's our Caesar dressing, and we look forward to showing you how to make a Caesar salad, and Chef Jeff will be with you in just a few minutes.